Thanks, Becca. Spring sports were very busy over the weekend. The track and field team competed in the MT SAC relays in California, and the team came away with several titles, as well as a broken 200-meter school record by Brittany Brown. The team will host the Musco Twilight this Saturday.
The women's tennis team had a rough weekend, losing Michigan 3-4 and Michigan State 5-2, while the men lost to Purdue and Indiana and came away with the win against Butler on Sunday.
And as Iowa women's golf is winding down, Zach Lohman took a look at two freshmen and how their first season has gone on the team.
Redshirt Sarah Overton and standout Sophie Liu, both freshmen on the Iowa women's golf team, have had a similar path to get to where they are now. While Sarah is an Iowa City native, Sophie has had to adjust from her hometown of Vancouver, Canada, to the Midwest of the United States.
I've been a Hawkeye my whole life. Growing up, going to football games, basketball games. Yeah, it was definitely a dream come true.
Awesome.
The university itself is just all about, like, it feels very familiar, it feels very nice and friendly, and everyone here is great. So you never run into someone where you're like, oh wow, everyone here is nice and helpful.
While Sarah and Sophie are having different seasons this year, they both have had to deal with the difficult task of more competitive golf and being a freshman in college.
Freshman year, there's just so much transition that's gone on. I think, a lot of it, I would say, for Sophie is just kind of transitioning to being on her own, and kind of figuring out a little bit of time management and figuring out how to handle school, and golf. She's a great, good student too, but I think it's just kind of settling into that whole process so that she can be her best. Sarah, I think probably a little bit of the same, but I think overall, I think Sarah has probably really learned a lot about the game of golf. I think just kind of continuing her education and being around good players day in and day out has really, just kind of opened her eyes to how to practice and just how to take it to the next level.
It will be interesting to see how Sarah begins her career with the Hawkeyes and how Sophie continues hers next season. Reporting from Finkbine Golf Course, this has been Zachary Lohman with Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Sarah and Sophie will definitely be two Hawkeyes to keep an eye on at their time here at Iowa.
Absolutely, and the women's golf team is headed to Ohio this weekend to compete in the Big Ten Championships.
And as summer approaches, University of Iowa students are taking a break from their studies to catch some rays and maybe even some fish as well.
As the weather starts getting nicer here in Iowa City, University of Iowa students are coming out to local fishing spots to see what they can catch. It's that time of year again where students are putting the books aside for a little bit to enjoy some nice nature and sunshine. Many local residents and students are dusting off their fishing poles to try and reel in the big catch, which you can find right here in Iowa City. A town normally known for its academics and athletics also can be a fishing hotspot.
So I've caught, bass was the first thing I caught, largemouth bass. Largest I've caught was about 3 pounds so far. And then I've caught a crappie and some channel catfish, but not sure if there's walleye. We were talking about that earlier, couldn't find any walleye. There's the one bounce right there, you can see that hopping right out.
Usually I find catfish, drumfish, but when I come out at night, it's gonna be more of the catfish I find.
With many spots to fish in the area, including Terry Trueblood Recreation Center, Coralville Lake, the Iowa River, Lake McBride, and many others, University of Iowa students are trying to get a fishing club together.
Yeah, so I've got a few friends that fish, but I know a lot of people in this area, and I've seen a lot of other people coming out here fishing. So I'm definitely not the only one that goes to university that fishes. So I think that'd be pretty beneficial and pretty cool to check out.
Yeah, it's really nice. I actually live close by, so it's really convenient for me. Definitely for relaxing, and it's nice, something to do when it's nice out.
Just remember before you do fish in Iowa City to always have the proper Iowa fishing license and to only keep fish that are big enough, but most importantly, have fun. Reporting from Terry Trueblood Recreational Center in Iowa City, Clayton Sampson, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
An Iowa fishing license can be obtained at any sporting goods store in the area. And if you have any questions regarding fishing, you can contact your local DNR official. Taylor, with the weather warming up and how easy it is to get a license, I wonder if we'll see more fishermen out on the river.
Well, I'm not really a fisher myself. What about you, Alec?
Absolutely not. I think I'd fall in.
Well, hopefully you don't see me and Alec on the river this season, but hopefully a lot of other Iowa City residents. And following the softball team series victory over Rutgers this past weekend, freshman pitcher Allison Ducey was named Big Ten Freshman of the Week on Monday. On Friday, Ducey threw a career-high 10 strikeouts in a one-hit shutout against Rutgers.
Yeah, Ducey and the softball team will take on Iowa State tonight at 6, so make sure you tune in to see tomorrow for the results.